Your German Shepherd doesn't need grand gestures. He doesn't need a new toy every week, a backyard the size of a field, or elaborate training sessions every day. What he actually needs, what moves the needle for this specific breed, is a set of small, deliberate moments that speak directly to how he's wired. German Shepherds are not generic dogs. They were bred for deep partnership with a single handler, designed to read every micro-expression on a human face, and hardwired to work alongside you rather than simply near you. That means love for this breed registers in very specific ways that most owners don't even realize they're missing. If you've ever wondered why your shepherd follows you from room to room, leans against your leg without warning, or stares at you like he's waiting for a signal you don't know how to give, this video is for you. Here are 14 small gestures that your German Shepherd feels far more deeply than you might expect. Gesture 1. Validate their alert bark by actually looking. German Shepherds have a distinct vocalization system. There's the demand bark, short and repetitive, usually when they want food or attention. There's the play bark, high-pitched and almost rhythmic. And then there's the alert bark, which is different in pitch and cadence, usually lower and more sustained. Most owners wave this off. You're sitting on the couch, your shepherd barks once at the window, and you say, okay, quiet. But here's what that communicates to a dog that was literally bred for protection and patrol work, that his instinct doesn't matter. When your shepherd alert barks, get up, walk to where he's looking, glance around and say, "Good, all clear," in a calm, settled voice. It takes 12 seconds, but what it does is confirm his role. It tells him his instincts are valued, not dismissed. GSDs that have their alert responses consistently acknowledged show lower baseline anxiety than those whose protective instincts are routinely overridden without acknowledgement. Gesture 2. Let them sniff without rushing on part of every walk. German Shepherd's nose contains roughly 225 million olfactory receptors. Yours has about 5 million. When you rush your shepherd past an interesting smell on the sidewalk, you're cutting off his primary way of reading the world. Think of it this way. You spend your walk seeing everything around you. Your shepherd spends his walk reading an entire newspaper that was written since yesterday. Scent-led portions of a walk aren't wasted time. They're mentally exhausting in the best possible way. 10 minutes of free sniffing tires a German Shepherd's brain more than 30 minutes of walking at your pace. Pick one section of every walk, the first 5 minutes or the last 5, and let him lead completely. No pulling, no come on, no redirecting. Just follow his nose. This one small permission communicates something your shepherd deeply needs, that his way of experiencing the world is worth slowing down for. Gesture 3. Massage the base of their ears deliberately. The ears of a German Shepherd are among the most expressive and neurologically rich parts of their body. Those large, upright, triangular ears are controlled by more than 18 individual muscles and packed with nerve endings, particularly at the base where they meet the skull. That base point, when massaged, slowly with your thumb in small circular motions, triggers a release of endorphins. This isn't guesswork. Veterinary acupressure research has identified this area as one of the primary calming zones across most breeds, and German Shepherds respond to it particularly well, given how much sensory work those ears are constantly doing. Your shepherd may close his eyes slowly, his breathing may deepen, and he'll often lean softly into your hand. Do this for 30 to 60 seconds during a quiet moment, not as a reward after a command, but simply as a deliberate act of connection. Over time, it becomes a ritual he'll actively position himself for. Gesture 4. Get down to their level when you greet them. German Shepherds are Velcro dogs. They bond deeply with 1 or 2 people, and when you return home after time away, even just a few hours, that reunion is neurologically significant for them. Cortisol drops, oxytocin rises. Their whole system registers your return. The mistake most owners make is greeting from standing height, a quick pat on the head as they walk through the door and keep moving. To a German Shepherd, physical height is a social signal. When you crouch, kneel, or sit on the floor during a greeting, you're stepping out of the hierarchy of the moment and making it about connection instead of direction. Get low, let them sniff your hands and face, let them push into you. Take 30 genuine seconds and mean it. This one small shift tells your shepherd that you came back for him, not just to the house. Gesture 6. Let them lean on you without pulling away. If you've spent any time with a German Shepherd, you know the lean. They'll walk up completely unprompted, press their entire side against your leg, and just stay there. Many owners absent-mindedly nudge them away, assuming it's a dominance behavior or simply inconvenient. It's neither. The lean is a breed-specific bonding behavior rooted in the close physical proximity of working dog partnerships. Historically, working dogs rested against their handlers during downtime. It was warmth, safety, and connection all at once. When your shepherd leans into you, he's communicating that he trusts you enough to shift part of his weight onto you. Accepting it, standing still, resting your hand on him without tensing up, communicates that the trust goes both ways. It's one of the easiest gestures on this entire list, and for the German Shepherd specifically, one of the most meaningful. Gesture 7. Give them a daily micro job. German Shepherds were bred for work, not occasional work. Daily, purposeful work with a clear task and a clear outcome. In a home environment, a lot of that instinct goes unmet, which is a core reason why understimulated GSDs chew things they shouldn't, pace, or develop restless anxiety. You don't need an obstacle course. A micro job is enough. Hand them a light bag to carry from the front door to the kitchen. Ask them to find a specific toy by name. Have them walk beside you while you carry groceries. Then ask them to wait at the door while you unlock it. These aren't parlor tricks. They're purposeful moments where your shepherd has an actual role in what's happening around him. GSDs given small daily tasks alongside their owners consistently display lower destructive behavior and more settled resting posture than dogs who receive physical exercise alone without cognitive engagement.
Gesture 7. Make soft eye contact and hold it. Most people know that hard, direct eye contact can be threatening to a dog, but there's an important difference between hard eye contact and soft eye contact, and German Shepherds are exceptionally good at reading that distinction. Hard eye contact is rigid, unblinking, forward-focused. It signals challenge or pressure. Soft eye contact is relaxed, slightly lidded, held during calm, neutral moments. Research from the University of Tokyo demonstrated that mutual gazing between dogs and their owners produces a measurable spike in oxytocin in both species, the same bonding hormone released during eye contact between a mother and her newborn. German Shepherds, because of their long history as handler-focused working dogs, are particularly calibrated to this dynamic. During quiet moments, when your shepherd is settled and calm, look at him gently. Say his name once, and hold the gaze for 3 to 5 seconds. Let him be the one to look away first. Done consistently, this builds a channel of nonverbal communication your shepherd will actively seek out. Gesture 8. Let them find you inside the house. German Shepherds carry a deep ancestral tracking drive, which is precisely why they dominate search and rescue, police detection, and scent work disciplines. Inside your home, you can tap into this instinct in a way that registers as genuinely engaging and affirming for your dog. Next time you and your shepherd are in different parts of the house, don't call him to you. Quietly move to a different room and wait. Let him notice your absence, pick up your trail, and come looking for you. When he finds you, respond warmly and genuinely. Over time, this becomes something your shepherd initiates on his own, searching the house not because he's anxious, but because finding you has become one of his favorite activities. The searching engages his mind. The finding registers as a reunion, and a dog who spends his energy tracking and staying near his person is, honestly, a dog doing exactly what he was built to love doing. Gesture 9. Brush them with intention, not just maintenance. German Shepherds have a double coat, a dense, insulating undercoat and a longer, protective topcoat, and regular brushing is non-negotiable for the breed. Most owners approach this as a maintenance task. Get in, get the loose fur out, get it done. But brushing is also a direct analog to social grooming, which is one of the primary bonding behaviors across pack animals. The difference between maintenance brushing and intentional brushing comes down to pace and presence. Slow down. Work from the neck toward the tail, following the natural lay of the coat. Pause occasionally and rest your hand flat on their back without moving. Talk to them quietly while you work. Your shepherd doesn't experience brushing as a chore if you don't treat it as one. Approached this way, a 10-minute brushing session becomes one of the most consistent bonding rituals available to you, and your GSD's coat and overall demeanor will both reflect the difference. Gesture 10. Anticipate their needs before they have to ask. German Shepherds invest significant cognitive energy in reading you, your posture, your mood, your breathing, the subtle shifts in your face before you speak. One of the most profound ways to return that care is to read them back. Learn the signals that appear before the obvious ones, the way they glance toward the door before they whine, the way they look at their water bowl before they paw at it, the way they begin circling and slowing down when they're about to hit a wall of tiredness. When you respond before they have to escalate, refilling the bowl, opening the door, settling beside them as they wind down, you demonstrate attentiveness. To a dog bred to operate in tight coordination with a human partner, being read by their person is one of the most validating experiences possible. It tells your shepherd that the communication runs both ways. Gesture 11. Use their name with intention, not just redirection. A German Shepherd learns their name fast, and they pay close attention to the context in which it's used. Many owners, without realizing it, only say their dog's name when they need something. Come, stop, leave it, get down, not now. Over time, this conditions the dog to brace slightly whenever they hear their name, because it has become almost exclusively a signal that an instruction or correction is coming. Break this pattern by saying your shepherd's name in a warm, neutral tone with no follow-up ask attached. Say his name, wait for his eyes to meet yours, then simply nod and go back to what you were doing. Or say his name and smile at him, then look away. This separates his identity from a constant stream of demands and tells him that you're aware of him, independently of what you need from him in any given moment. For a breed as attuned to human communication patterns as the German Shepherd, this small shift registers as something close to being truly seen.
Gesture 12. Sit on the floor with them. This one is almost embarrassingly simple, and it works precisely because of that simplicity. Sit on the floor. Not to play, not to train, not to administer something, just sit. Your German Shepherd will almost certainly come over, circle you, sniff your face, and then settle beside you or partially across your lap. What you've done is entered his spatial world instead of continuously pulling him into yours. You've removed the hierarchy built into furniture height and standing posture. And for a dog that follows you from room to room hoping you'll slow down long enough to be present with him, those 5 or 10 minutes on the floor register as some of the most direct, uncomplicated love you can offer. German Shepherds don't want to coexist, they want participation. Sitting on the floor is participation, and it costs you nothing. Gesture 13. Build a wind-down ritual before bed. German Shepherds are acutely sensitive to routine and thrive under consistent structure. The period before sleep is one of the most emotionally loaded transitions in your shepherd's day. The shift from alert, engaged, and on to fully at rest. If this period is chaotic or abrupt, many GSDs struggle to settle because nothing has signaled to their nervous system that it's actually safe to stop being vigilant. If you build a consistent wind-down ritual, even something as simple as a 5-minute quiet sit together, a low, calm voice, and a slow hand along the length of their back, your shepherd's system begins to associate those cues with safety and release. Over time, the ritual itself becomes the signal that the day is done and everything is okay. For a breed hardwired for watchfulness, being given explicit and repeated permission to rest is one of the most genuinely loving things their person can provide. Gesture 14. Match their enthusiasm during play completely. German Shepherds do not enjoy half-hearted play, and they can read your level of investment within seconds of the first interaction. If you're throwing a ball while checking your phone, your shepherd knows. If you're playing tug while sitting down and barely pulling back, your shepherd feels it. This breed was designed to work at high intensity in full coordination with a handler who is equally engaged. When you play, play all the way. Get up and move your body, make noise, change direction unexpectedly, act like you're genuinely trying not to lose the tug.
Match the energy your shepherd brings into the moment. This kind of fully engaged play isn't just fun for him, it's a direct communication that says, "I see how much you love this and I love it with you." German Shepherds who experience high engagement play with their owners consistently show stronger recall, calmer resting behavior, and deeper voluntary eye contact throughout the day. The energy you bring to 10 minutes of real play pays dividends across every hour that follows. You don't have to start all 14 of these today. Pick 2 or 3 that feel natural to your routine and start there. Watch how your German Shepherd responds. This breed doesn't ask for much, but what they do ask for is your presence, your consistency, and the small repeated proof that you actually see them, not just as a pet, but as the remarkable animal they are. If this video gave you something useful, drop a comment with the gesture you're going to try first. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button. There's a lot more coming for GSD owners who want to go deeper than the basics.